We are back for part 2. So what is this? What is this magic? This right here, when we were putting on the awning, you broke this out and chopped not just little bolts and stuff, but actually my high lift jack. Yeah. We had to cut off like just that much, so the awning would move and we wouldn't have to move the jack. And that's hardened steel. Yeah, like that's some solid stuff. I'm running the 18 volt Ryobi because that's just what I use at home. Yeah. And after I saw how much stuff you have all packed in, and I probably have half as many of these taking up the same amount of space, I realized I'm overpowered.
Yeah, 12 volt Milwaukee, so it's the smaller, lighter duty stuff, but essentially everything to the left of this line fits in this bag. It's an ATC bag. Everything to the right fits in that ATC bag. Now I do have one M18 battery as a second battery for my chainsaw. Okay. Because the chainsaw is 18 volt. But I like the M12 stuff because it's tiny. And all uses the same battery.
So you can charge a 12 and an 18 off of this rapid charge.
That is. So this requires my inverter. Okay. This is 110 volt. So before I started bringing the M18 chainsaw, I would use this guy, which is a USB M12 charger. Yeah. So if you don't have an inverter, you probably got USB. Perfect. So it takes a while, but you can charge an M12 battery with it. You can also use it as a little power bank, you know, and charge your phone with it or something.
Nice. Nice.
But they don't make this for M18, only M12. So essentially, we've got a few extra batteries. Okay. You know, they have like, this is a 6 amp hour.
Yep. 4.
This is a 4. The small ones that aren't square at the bottom are 2s. Even all that cutting we did on the high lift and the U-bolts, you know, we didn't even use half of this battery. Sure. So the batteries are phenomenal. But I have, you know, a regular impact driver which has torque settings on it, so you don't like when you're tightening screws, if you put it on one, it stops really easy, so you don't strip them. This is an angle grinder, which works great. Regular drill.
Gotta have that.
Yeah. This guy, which you know, those things are, I mean, it's...
Don't touch it.
It's incredible. It's like a workhorse. You know,
I thought it was going to shatter.
For as small as it is, it's my Sawzall blades.
And the Sawzall's over here.
Which fits, it's actually their hacksaw. Okay. So it's like their mini Sawzall. Yeah. But it actually works pretty well for cutting stuff if you have to. You don't want to bring a brig. You don't want to drag a huge Sawzall with you. Basically their version of a Dremel for a little fine stuff. Right angle drill, which I've not had this and regretted it before. Really? I had to take like seats out, and if I would have had this. Yeah. Super easy. This is their M12 Impact.
And is that good enough for like your lug nuts?
It works fine on my lug nuts, yeah. I mean, it's definitely not as strong as the 1/2-inch Impact. Yeah. And if it does work a little better if you put the bigger battery in it. Okay. But I've never needed more than this, like on the trail. I'm an electrical nerd, so I love the M12 soldering iron. Oh, I had a butane soldering iron for years. Yeah. So I would have to carry butane, and it could be finicky in the higher elevation, but the M12 soldering iron works great. It's got a little swivel head on it.
I like the swivel head.
Yeah, you push the button on the other side, swivel the head.
Get better angles.
And I always seem to end up fixing people's electrical problems on the trail.
Yeah?
It's always electrical that goes wrong, usually. That's what I fix.
I remember when we had that the headlight on my Suran.
Right.
Like, I got a soldering iron.
Yeah, exactly. So these are basically all the Milwaukee tools I carry. They fit in these two
bags
ATC
are sweet.
Oh, they are. I mean,
look at this zipper is just so nice. Again, I never realized how much I love zippers until
I just yank the zippers too. I'm
Is that what you do? You like judge bags by the zipper?
By the zipper,
yeah. And they are. I said the
great
ATC bags are great.
Really
you know,
nice.
I mean,
and is it they're just side pouch, center pouch, side pouch.
Correct.
So totally simple. Put your stuff in there.
Yeah. And I mean, they're great. You throw them around. I've never worried about messing them up or cutting them or anything, and I'm not careful with them at all. So yeah, that's the M12 tools.